Hey guys, I'm Lynnie with Sunflower Spirit Tarot, and I'm here with the message for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any other significant placements. This is just going to be a general message, so whatever I see is what I'm going to read. Spirit, what messages do you have for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any other significant placements at this time? What do they need to know, see, be aware of? Do they need confirmation, guidance, wisdom, comfort? Whatever they need, Spirit, allow me to channel a message for them today. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any other significant placements. What are the most important messages, lessons, and happenings to from about and around Libra from the time they view this video about a week ahead? Thank you for these messages, Spirit. I really appreciate it. Oh. We'll do one more and I'll get started. Okay. Alright, 9 cards for Libra, please, Spirit. What are the most important messages for Libra at this time? 9 cards, please, Spirit. The first card out we have is the Hierophant. Okay, and the second card we have out is the Hangman. I don't read reversals, so even when they pop out like that, I take it into consideration, but I don't really read them like that. Okay. 9 cards for Libra, please, Spirit. What do they need to know, see, be aware of? Okay. Okay, we got the Hierophant, the Hangman, the 8 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Devil. Wow. At the center of the spread here. Ooh, wow. I'm like crunching up my lovely little cards. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Oh. This is my newest deck too, so I'm trying not to like mess it up too much. We got the Empress and the Knight of Wands here. You might be in a relationship that is purely based on what you can offer physically or sexually or what you can give this person. But there's a commitment, but there's like this person who doesn't necessarily want to be committed. It could be an open relationship. It could be a poly relationship. Honestly, I don't feel like that's where you want to be right now anymore, Libra. Just based on what I'm seeing so far. I think you're realizing that the status of your relationship, it is the way that it is because somebody just doesn't want to settle down. We got the Moon here as the overall energy, things that are hidden, illusions, secrets. And with the Devil being at the center of the spread here, it's just telling me that I feel like you've been convincing yourself of something that you know is not true for a long time. Now, exactly what that is, I'm not sure. But maybe you were trying to convince yourself that you wanted to live a certain lifestyle or that you wanted to participate in a certain kind of relationship simply because of who the person was that you wanted to be in relationship with. I'm not sure if you tend to change your values or your sense of self based on who you're with at the time. But honestly, that's what I'm kind of feeling right now. I honestly feel like you're coming more into your Empress energy. So if you're in the feminine energy, I will speak to both the feminine and the masculine as I see fit. But I do feel like you're acknowledging your feminine Empress energy right now, how much you deserve, how much you're worth, how much you should be valued. You might even have a choice between 2 people. There might be somebody in this King of Pentacles energy who might have helped you to realize or to understand how much more you actually are worth. Or this could be like your dad or something. This could be like a masculine mentor or a masculine role model in your life. They don't have to be in a male body, but you know, put it where it goes, right? So with this Empress energy, I feel like you've been dealing with somebody who's in this Knight of Wands energy, somebody who really only wants one thing from you. And whether that's, you know, sexual, physical stuff, or maybe it's affirmation, maybe it's validation, maybe it's attention. It doesn't always just have to be sexual stuff, because maybe you've never even crossed the line with this person, but they text you and they call you when they want some affirmation, or when they want validation that they still got it, or they still have game, or that they're still attractive. Maybe you're the person who offers them that, even if it's not anything sexually. I just feel like this person, whoever this Knight of Wands is in this, whoever this person is in this Knight of Wands energy, you could be in a relationship with them, you could be wanting to move forward in a relationship with them, or it could be some sort of non-traditional relationship, and you're realizing that that's not where you want to be, or that's not what you want to be doing. I think you really want this King of Pentacles energy in your life. I'm not necessarily saying that this King of Pentacles represents somebody that you're romantically intertwined with at this time, but I do think that they are offering you some sense of confirmation as far as like you needing and deserving and being worthy of more than what this person's offering you. Now, I'm not saying that poly relationships or open relationships are a bad thing, but what I'm saying is that oftentimes people will try to convince themselves that they're okay with those things just so they don't lose the person that they want to be with. Like, you might have two people and one person says, well, I'm open, I'm poly, so if you want to be with me, you have to be comfortable with me being with other people. And the other person is deeply disturbed by that, right? Not because they feel like there's anything wrong with that lifestyle, but because they just aren't used to it. So they convince themselves, well, maybe I should try it, maybe don't knock it before I try it, right? And then as they go down this path of being in this kind of relationship style, or engaging with this person maybe purely in a situationship, it doesn't even have to be something like categorized. It could just be a situationship. This person could just say, look, I don't want to be in a relationship, but I want to keep doing relationship stuff, and you've convinced yourself that you were okay with that, okay? And I think that this King of Pentacles energy is making you realize, or helping you to understand, that you deserve what you actually want. You don't have to settle for less than you deserve simply because the person that you're attracted to right now is into those things. This means to me that this is a mismatch for you, okay? As much as you like this person, as much as you have a strong connection with this person, you might be wondering, well, why did I even come into connection with this person, or meet this person, or have feelings for this person if we're not supposed to be together? Because sometimes people are just here for the lesson. Sometimes people are just here to teach you something about yourself. Maybe you've always been curious about being in a situationship, or being in some sort of open relationship, or non-monogamous relationship, right? Maybe you've been curious about that and wondering if you would be okay with that, or wondering if you could thrive in that kind of situation. And now you have your answer, and the answer looks like a no, okay? From what I'm seeing right here, right now, it looks like a no. I feel like this person doesn't want to lose you either. So if you decide to move forward, they're going to offer you things, they're going to offer you commitment, but honestly, I don't think that's what they want either. So I just feel like it's on both sides. Both of you would be compromising what you actually want just so that you can stay together here. Look at this Devil card pretty close. You see, there's two people in this card. They're bound to each other, but the thing that's above them is kind of what the energy above them, the Devil, is really what is keeping them bound, right? Really what has them chained up. And I think that the Devil here represents this idea that you guys are supposed to be together. I'm not sure if you guys have had a conversation about being each other's twin flame, being soulmates, but it looks like this person is a karmic, okay? A karmic soulmate, which is somebody here who's just to teach us a lesson. We might owe them from a past life. We might owe somebody else from a past life, and this person came in to collect, you know what I'm saying? So do your own research on that. I'm not here to confirm or deny anything like that, but this person doesn't look like they're your twin. It looks like somebody here who was here to help you understand something about yourself, or here to help you learn something about yourself. And before you get too deflated, I understand that we all hate hearing that. We get so into somebody and we want to be with this person, and we create a future in our minds about what this person is going to mean to us, or what they're going to be to us. And when it turns out that that's not the case, it's super deflating, it's super disappointing, and I totally understand. I have definitely been there. But you have to understand that just because you have a strong connection with somebody doesn't mean that you're supposed to end up with that person. And I know it seems incredibly confusing, because it's like, well, why do we have this connection if we don't have a future? Because, love is not possession. I think most people confuse or conflate those things, right? If I'm with them, then I own them, then they belong to me, they're my possession, right? And I control them in some aspect, some capacity, in some kind of way, right? But love is freedom. True love is freedom. When you really love somebody unconditionally, you want the best for them, for who they are in that moment, right? And for what they value going forward into their future, even if it doesn't include you. So some of y'all don't really love this person. Some of you just are infatuated with this person. Some of you just have a strong sexual connection with this person. Some of you just find this person incredibly attractive, and maybe they're the most attractive person you've ever been with, and you don't want to lose that arm candy. Whatever the case may be for you, I don't necessarily feel like it's love if you can't see the benefit in letting them go, right? Because like I said, they're going to try to come in and offer you some sort of commitment, even though that's not what they want, even though that goes against what they value at this time, because they don't want to lose you either, but they're going to be unhappy there. Okay, so I think it's going to be tricky for you to kind of feel that situation out, because then it's like, well, how do I tell them no if they're finally offering me what I wanted in the beginning, right? Which you may not tell them no. You may decide to go forward with this and keep this relationship going, only in the future for this person to realize that they're miserable, right? And then call things off eventually. Now, that's not going to be the case for every single person here, but the reason why I'm saying that is because we have the Knight of Wands moving away from this Four of Wands energy. The Four of Wands represents stability, security, a home, a marriage, a committed, long-lasting relationship. That's what that represents. And this Knight of Wands, they're just a free spirit right now. They're very much in their bachelorette kind of mindset, even if they're actually in a relationship with you. They just don't want to be pinned down. They just don't want to settle down yet. I feel like they think there's too many responsibilities there. And whoever this King of Pentacles is, whether it's another love interest, whether it's a friend of yours, they could be a Capricorn. There's strong Capricorn energy as well as Taurus here. The Hangman, we have Pisces energy. The Empress is Libra, and I think sometimes affiliated with Taurus as well. The Knight of Wands could be a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but they don't have to be any of these signs. This is just confirmation for some of you guys out there. But this King of Wands could just be, like I said, somebody that you look up to, like a father figure or something, who's helping you to understand, like, honey, if you want to get married, why are you chasing after this man who doesn't want to be in a committed relationship? And why are you trying to convince yourself that it's going to work out because you guys are meant to be? I really feel like that's a very strong component in this, is that this idea that you guys are meant to be. Maybe this person, this Knight of Wands, is selling you that story. Like, no, but you're my twin flame, so you can't leave me. You can't go anywhere. I'm going to go off and do whatever I want to do and live my life however I want, but you have to stay right here. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting, because they, like I said, they don't want to lose you. There is a sense of possessiveness here, and that's what makes me feel as if it's not like real true love, because that could be triggered by abandonment issues. Like, if they feel like they can control you, they're going to do it as long as they possibly can. If they feel like they can sit you down and you won't move, they're going to sit you down and expect you not to go anywhere, okay? So we have the Queen of Wands, we have the Nine of Swords, and we have the Three of Wands, clarifying the Moon card energy here. I just feel like there's this sense of needing to surrender or needing to let go, needing to be confident in the decisions that you're making for yourself. Whether you choose to stay or whether you choose to go, that's whatever you want to do, but you need to be confident in your decision. So if you're going to stay in a non-traditional situation, then you have to be understanding that non-traditional things are going to happen in this relationship, and you're going to have to learn how to grow and how to cope with those things. You're going to have to be your most confident self and understand that you can be attracted to more than one person at the same time. I kind of debate whether you can be in love with more than one person at the same time. Personally, I don't think so. So it's just like, I feel like that might trigger a lot of insecurities for you, because it's like, how can they really feel the way that they say they feel for me if they're still running out or running after other women or other men or other just people in general? If they're still out there playing the field and enjoying themselves and having a good time, can they really feel that strongly about me? Honestly, my personal opinion would be no. I don't think anybody who really wants you is going to be even thinking about looking at anybody else. Obviously, some people feel like, monogamy is a sham and nobody should be in a monogamous relationship. But in our society, if you live in America where I live, which you may not, or you may live in a similar society where monogamy is kind of preached and monogamy is told to be like the right thing or the most appropriate thing based on societal standards and things like that. I just feel like eventually people always come back to monogamy. I think that some people use non-traditional situations to just do whatever they want without the consequences. But there are people who are in non-traditional situations who are very responsible with that and understand how much responsibility and accountability and growth happens in those situations. Do you know how much jealousy and insecurity and all that kind of stuff that you have to overcome within yourself to even be a participant in those kind of relationships, the strength that you have to exercise? And a lot of people are not capable of that. That's just my honest opinion. A lot of people are not capable of being in non-monogamous relationships. And you might convince yourself that you are because you want to believe that you're this free-spirited person. But most people are in monogamous relationships. It's a very, very small percentage of people in non-monogamous situations where they are actually committed to the people that they're with, and all of them equally. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a really strong person to be in a situation like that, and it goes against what we're taught anyway. So it's already going to be something that you're going to have to go against the grain on. I just don't think you feel that strongly about it. I think you just are really into this person. All right, let's clarify this devil card energy for Libra. Clarify this devil card energy for Libra, please. Oh, we got a few things coming out here. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor, okay? That's really interesting because we have the Emperor and we have the Empress. Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles. I'm going to read all of these. I feel like this relationship that you're in, this situationship, or this non-traditional thing that you got going on with this person is codependent. I feel like you might have a tendency to be codependent with people that you're in a relationship with. And, you know, sometimes it's difficult, especially when those kind of codependent relationships were modeled for you, or if you had a really needy parent when you were growing up that needed a lot of emotional support and a lot of attention and things like that. You can grow up to believe that codependent relationships are just, you know, intense relationships, or, you know, more intimate relationships or something like that. It's like you tend to see that kind of, like, we call each other every day, every minute, every second, every hour. We're possessive, we're jealous, we're this, we're that. You tend to see that as like a form of love, because there's some sort of abandonment issue connected to this. I'm not sure on whose side, but I feel like, Libra, you or this person that you're connected to, this Knight of Wands energy, could see that as love. That kind of possessive, jealous, toxic kind of energy. Like, oh, we can't let each other go, we just can't move on from each other. They might see that as love, but that's not love. It's kind of this dark, twisted, traumatic bonding kind of thing, right? A karmic relationship. We have the Lovers here as well, Gemini energy. This, to me, is like the total opposite of the Devil card energy. You see that they're very similar here. They both have a figure kind of standing above their heads. They both are connected to each other, but only one is chained, right? Only one is chained to the other person. Kind of what I'm getting to about this whole codependency thing is that I feel like this person is like an addiction of yours. And with this Lovers card coming out, it really makes me feel as if you guys believe that you are twin flames, or that you believe that you're supposed to be together. One or both of you believes that, and one might be selling that idea to the other. We also have the Four of Pentacles. Somebody does not want to let the other person go. Like I said, they think this hot, cold, back, forth, up, down, roller coaster type of energy, it represents how much this person loves you. But that's just not true. It's just, I wouldn't say a trauma response. How can I say this? It's just the relationships that they saw modeled before them, or the relationships that they idolized when they were younger, right? And their parents might have a perfectly normal marriage or relationship, and the people that they actually know in real life might have healthy relationships, but they might see those kind of relationships as boring, or as, you know, how can I say this? They just might not be interested in anything traditional, because, you know, traditional relationships are monotonous and tedious, and this the day in, day out kind of stuff. It's like, it's not always exciting and thrilling and keeping you on the edge of your seat. And really, love is not that way anyway. This is lust and passion and desire kind of run amok, really. And one of you or both of you is just refusing to let the other person go. And we have the Ten of Cups. When this is not attached to the Devil, it is a beautiful card of a happily ever after, a beautiful ending, a great love story, a family, emotional fulfillment, not just for yourself but for the people around you. When it is connected to the Devil, like it is in your case, it talks to me about fantasy, living in a dream, pretending like everything is okay when it's not really okay. And it speaks to me about addiction. I think that either one or both of you is using this relationship as an escape from your normal life. Maybe your normal life is monotonous and tedious, and this relationship is, you know, that spark of chaos or excitement, that the only thing that you have that kind of gives you that thrill. And it's because I don't think you've learned that is in connection to something maybe that traumatized you when you were younger, or, like I said, the relationships that were modeled for you or this other person when you guys were younger. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. I'm just gonna say that I got the moon and the devil here. I'm not trying to beat you down. I'm not trying to make you feel like you don't know what's best for you. But what you're doing right now with this person and this energy is just not healthy. It's not good for you. It's not going to help you thrive. It's not going to help you get to where you want to be. I feel like you want a family. You want a marriage. You want something long term. But because this person gives you that kind of excitement, that kind of thrill, you just don't want to let them go. It is an addiction. You guys are either addicted to each other or you are addicted to this person, okay? And refusing to let that go because it just feels so good. And let me clarify this Knight of Wands energy. Or you think it feels good because somehow you've conflated the idea of suffering with love. Maybe you're a hopeless romantic and you think that this person might change one day and become, the person you always wanted them to be or the person that they always could be. Maybe you thought that you could just love them enough for them to grow and mature, and that don't work. Knight of Wands. Believe me, we've all been there, okay? Raise your hands if you have never been in a relationship where you thought you could love the toxic out of somebody, okay? We've all been there. We got the Nine of Wands. Clarifying this Knight of Wands. This person is not emotionally available to you in the way that you think that they are. You think, Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You think that because they are maybe refusing to let you go, that they're kind of in and out, that they just can't leave you alone, right? You think that is a sign that you've gotten to them, that they've opened up emotionally, and that they are so connected to you. Really, it's an unhealthy emotional attachment, and this person is incredibly emotionally immature. They're offering you the bare minimum, right? As soon as they feel you going out the door, as soon as they feel you separating yourself from them, as soon as they feel you kind of detaching from their energy, they're going to offer you a little bit of something to keep you there, just to keep things moving forward, to keep the peace, to make sure that you guys are still connected. Because maybe they're narcissistic. I don't know. I don't want to put that on anybody, because sometimes people can be narcissistic without being full-blown narcissists, okay? You overuse a lot of words in today's era, right? Because things get played out on social media over and over and over again, okay? Narcissist is one of those words. Not everybody who is narcissistic is a full-blown narcissist, okay? This person, I feel like, has narcissistic tendencies. They are completely led by their ego. They think they know better than you. They think they're smarter than you. They think they know how to play you like a fiddle, okay? They're playing you not because they don't care about you. I wouldn't say that they don't care about you. But what I will say is that you don't force them to be open. You don't force them to be vulnerable. You allow them to come in and do what they want to do, when they want to do it, and how they want to do it, and peace out. They can come in and out of your life whenever they want. They completely take you for granted. They're not necessarily interested in having a relationship with you. And if they've offered you a relationship in exchange for you not leaving, they're definitely doing whatever they want to do. Okay, they're still living as this single person. They still have a bachelorette mindset, and they're super guarded. I don't think this person loves themselves enough to even know how to love somebody else, let alone you. I'm not going to say that they don't care about you, but what I will say is that it's that kind of empath narcissist dynamic where the narcissist would be feeding on this empath. Oh, I know what they've been through. They might have told you a lot about their trauma so that you might feel closer to them, but they say the same things to everybody. They tell the same stories to everybody. You're not the only one. And I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but I need you to understand that you're not special when it comes to this person. You are absolutely fantastic. You are a special human being. You are unique. You are divinely made and created, and you are a loving and open-hearted person. But please don't use that as an excuse for this Knight of Wands energy to suck you dry. Because if you really think about it, I think that you're realizing that you really do want to be in a committed relationship. You really do want to get married. So what are you really afraid of? Because I don't think it's necessarily about this person. I think that there's something that you are running from within yourself through this person. Like I said earlier with that Ten of Cups, this relationship to me looks like an escape. And the same way that people would use drugs and alcohol to avoid getting to the real core, of their issues, you're using this relationship as a smokescreen, right? So that you don't have to address the other areas in your life where you may be dissatisfied, right? It's time for you to tune back into yourself and let this person go off and do what they're going to do. It's going to be a long process. I'm telling you right now. It's not going to be overnight. You're not going to wake up one day and just not care about this person. You're not going to wake up one day and just stop texting them, stop calling them. I mean, you will one day, but it won't be tomorrow. Not from what I'm seeing here, not as intertwined as you guys are. So just take it into consideration that you need to give yourself grace through this process, but it's time for you to seriously consider letting this person go. Because I don't think they're healthy for you. They're not open with you. They're not giving you anything that they haven't given other people. I know it's hard for you to understand because you feel like the connection is so intense. How could it possibly be manufactured? This person knows what they're doing. They've done it before. They understand this pattern of relationships and they just keep emulating it with a new victim every time. Like I said, I'm not saying that this person is a narcissist, but I will say that they do behave in a narcissistic way. Any advice for Libra? Can I get one card of advice before I close the reading for Libra here? Card of advice for Libra. High Priestess, okay? You already know, you already see, you already feel it. Even if it's not yet in your conscious awareness, you know what you need to do. You know your next step, okay? Intuitively, something is telling you that there's something wrong, that this isn't good for you, that is sucking you dry, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we got the Magician. You are capable of manifesting so much more beauty and love and romance, which is what you want. And this person is not giving it to you. Like I said, I feel like you're a hopeless romantic. And this person is they are benefiting off of that because you're hoping that one day they'll change. And deep, deep down inside, in your heart and your mind, even your intuition is telling you that this is not where you want to be. This is not where you need to be. This is your advice from Spirit. Is the High Priestess. Follow your intuition. Follow your inner knowing, because it will never ever lead you astray. Our intuition doesn't just tell us things that we want to hear. That inner voice that's telling you to check this person's phone, that inner voice that's telling you that they're not where they said they were, that's not just you being insecure. Sometimes that's our intuition letting us know that something is off, even if we don't exactly know what it is. So I'm not going to say jump to conclusions, but what I will say is that the uneasy feeling that you feel when you're with this person or when they're away from you, especially, that is your intuition telling you that something is off. Now, you may not know exactly what it is, but something is off, okay? I'm going to leave it here, Libra. I hope that this was helpful or enlightening in some way. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see y'all next time.